If you've ever run a business, you know the feeling. You're juggling spreadsheets, you're chasing down invoices, and just trying to make sense of your finances can feel like this constant uphill battle. So today, we're going to break down how modern accounting and billing software can go way beyond just simple bookkeeping and become your command center for financial management. So let me ask you something right off the bat. What is really holding your business back from hitting its full potential? For a lot of companies, the answer is kind of hidden in plain sight. It's in those day-to-day financial routines that we just assume are necessary evil. And that brings us to what I like to call the financial grind. You know what I'm talking about, right? It's that constant friction you feel every single day. All those slow, repetitive tasks that eat up your time and energy, but don't actually push the business forward. Okay, let's really dive into this. We're going to break down 4 very specific bottlenecks that are the source of this grind. Just think of these as the main operational headaches that plague so many finance teams. First up, manual processes. We are talking about endless data entry, copying numbers from one spreadsheet to another, and spending hours, sometimes days, just trying to reconcile everything. It's not just slow, it's a recipe for disaster. One wrong keystroke can throw your entire month off. And of course, that leads right into our second big headache, billing errors. See, when your processes are manual, mistakes are pretty much inevitable. Inaccurate invoices, the wrong pricing, maybe a missed billing cycle, it all adds up to something called revenue leakage. That's basically money you've earned, but whoops, you never actually collect. The third problem, it's this huge issue of not having a clue what's happening right now. When you have to wait for someone to compile reports at the end of the month, you're making today's critical decisions based on last month's stale data. It's like trying to drive a car forward while only looking in the rear-view mirror. It just doesn't work. And the last one, oh boy, it's a big one. Complex compliance. Tax laws, industry regulations, they are always changing. And trying to keep up with all that manually creates this constant risk of getting it wrong, which could lead to some really hefty penalties and audits. It's just a huge source of stress. So, after laying out all that frustration, you're probably thinking, there has to be a better way to handle all this, right? Well, you are absolutely right. There is. So let's talk about the solution. This is where we pivot. We're going to shift from the problem to a modern, integrated system that is literally designed to eliminate these bottlenecks once and for all. The big idea here is something called ERP-powered financial management. Now, I know ERP can sound a little intimidating, but don't let the acronym fool you. Just think of it as the central nervous system for your business's finances. It's one single, integrated system that connects all the different parts of your company, sales, inventory, accounting, into one source of truth. And this is what I absolutely love. Look at how these 4 pillars line up perfectly with the problems we just talked about. Each one is a direct counterpunch to a bottleneck we discussed. It automates the manual work, it gives you real-time data, it ensures you're accurate, and it connects everything to tear down those frustrating walls between departments. Okay, so that's the what. Now let's get into the how. How does this thing actually work under the hood to make your life so much easier? This is where the magic really happens. We're talking about a completely hands-off workflow. When a sale is made, bam, the journal entry is created automatically. The general ledger, it's updated instantly. And at the end of the month, the system is smart enough to match bank transactions to your books. Reconciliation goes from taking days to just a few minutes. And this right here, this is a total game changer. You stop being reactive and you start being proactive. Instead of waiting around for a report, you get these beautiful visual dashboards showing you your key metrics, your cash flow, your profit and loss, all in real time. You can spot a potential problem and drill down to find the cause in seconds. Budgeting also gets a massive upgrade. Think about it. For most companies, a budget is this static document you make once a year. This system turns it into a living, breathing tool. You set your planned budget, and the system tracks actual spending against it in real time. So you can see exactly where you're over or under budget at any given moment and actually do something about it. And of course, let's talk about the lifeblood of any business, cash flow. An integrated system doesn't just manage money, it actively helps you get paid faster. It can automate your recurring billing so you never miss an invoice, send out payment reminders without you lifting a finger, and make it super easy for your customers to pay you quickly. It's all about getting cash in the door faster. So, when you put all of these pieces together, what do you really get? Well, it's not just a new piece of software. It completely transforms the financial foundation of your entire business. let's talk about that new bottom line. Let's just boil it down to the essentials. What should you really take away from all this? First, you improve your accuracy and stay compliant with way less effort. Second, you get genuine, real-time control over your finances. Third, you finally get true efficiency by breaking down the walls between departments. And maybe most importantly, you free your team from that soul-crushing grind so they can focus on work that actually grows the business. So I'm going to leave you with one final thought to chew on. Take a hard look at your own financial processes and ask yourself this: is the data you're using just a history lesson telling you where you've been, or is it a living, breathing guide for where you're going? The answer to that question could really define the future of your business.